What's up, my lovelies, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be setting up May in my bullet journal. We're starting the video with a quick flip through of April. It has been, wowie, a busy month for me, and I am introducing a new sticker sheet that I designed specifically for May called Roses, because I just had the grand idea to do roses, one of the most complicated flowers to draw in my opinion, for my theme, because apparently I'm sticking with the floral theme. And I decided to watercolor on a separate paper this time some roses that helped me with the drawings for the actual sticker sheet. Like, I just used the same examples or the main extra like die cut roses. And so I'm just going in with a green ballpoint pen to do the leaves on the left hand side, and then I'm going to go in with a pink Papermate Ink Joy gel pen to do titles, headers, all of that for the rest of the setup. And I decided to use pens for the setup because with how the pinks from April turned out, I really wanted to not have that happen again, but I also don't have any red pens that I know of, at least. So I just went with the closest, which was this deep pink. And I'm not being clean with my lines. I'm leaning into the sort of sketchiness because I didn't necessarily line the roses until afterwards, until after I had finished painting them. And even then I didn't do like connected lines. I just did very subtle, gentle, disconnected lines. Because when I was painting them, I didn't do lines, as in like I just made the petals from the sketch. I made the petals with shadow. I would lay down the base color, and then I would just define the different petals, the different layers, with the darker color that I used for shading. And then I went in after it had all dried, and I realized that each layer dried a little too close in saturation for me, in hue, in depth. So I just used the pen to very gently separate petal. I sound a bit tired during this voiceover. I think I'm just mentally tired, but also I could also just be physically tired. I had a job interview today, and my anxiety was just disgusting. I'm just trying to calm down by doing nothing, which triggers my anxiety as well, because I'm like, I could be doing something productive, because I'm so behind on a lot of things. It's also just like I have my mantra of not pushing myself to do things when I'm not in the physical, mental, emotional mood to do it, because I'm just gonna get frustrated and have to redo the thing anyways, because I'm not putting my best foot forward in that task or what have you. But I am going to try my best. This video actually was supposed to be out last week, but I forgot because I didn't write it down, and I could have sworn that I did, but it wasn't until I looked at my calendar that I was like, hold on, it's the end of the month and I haven't done my setup for next month. Right. Okay, so I filmed this in one sitting. I usually do a couple of clips, but this is one sitting. And then I paused before I did the grid, the monthly grid, just to like flex my hands and to just move a little bit. And then I came back immediately and just popped that one out. And so yeah, this is going up a week late, and for that I do apologize, but it's gonna be okay. So for my projects and tasks pages, the spread, I used some of the colors that I picked for the roses, the die cut roses. Oh, I painted some scrap sticker paper that I saved from when I cut sticker sheets out. There's enough white space on them that I can like cut strips off and just save them for stuff like this, which is making headers to fill in. I believe I did the same thing that I did for April's dailies because of the saturation and the juiciness of the tombos from last month bleeding through. And I didn't want that to be, I didn't want the shadows to happen every week because my weeks alternate, my weeklies alternate. So it had just been too much happening. So I just painted I just scribbled some of the ink on scrap thicker paper and cut strips out to size to use for the headers. And I did the same thing in the 4 colors that I use. I say 4, not really 4. It's 2 colors, a pink and a purple, or red and a purple, that really turned out pink because of how much water I used in it. And I'm using that for the headers on each of the days. I'm honestly thinking I should just make stickers like this. I should just do that, you know, because I have blank headers. I do. I just don't think they're long enough for how I divide my pages, which is kind of dumb. Like why they're very small, and I don't remember why I made them small. I think when I designed them, they were for monthly grids, because those stay the same size for me. At least they stay the same size all the time, 5x5 I think, or 6x6, 6x5, something like that. And so they just stay that size, which is fine. I don't use them as often as I should because I'm leaning into writing my headers for my monthly grid anyways. But when I don't, I use the text stickers instead. I should really get on that, you know. Add that to the list. But now on to first weekly of May, and I'm setting up my column spread with the strips for the days. I'm honestly kind of glad that I made these because it streamlined the setup for the weeklies so efficiently. It's like I just put 8 of these down, and then I take my ruler and I pen in the dividing line. That's it. And then I date them and then decorate them. Easy cheese. And so I feel like this is going to be either a really hectic month for me as well, or it's going to be a very calm and chill month. And I mean that with the vibe of my journal, not the vibe of real life. Now moving on to the monthly grid. I did not pencil this in. That's why I had to take the pause. Not only did I have to stretch my hands just to take them out of their stiff state, but also to pencil in the grid itself. And then I just decided I'll just pencil in the month name when I start recording again. Just so I don't know, I think I just wanted to record how I did the title. No, you could like easily see. When I said I just kept the sketchiness, I literally mean it. Like I just did a bunch of scribbly lines and hope for the best in the general shape of the letters. And so I'm just going in with the pens and alternating them like I did for March, April. I alternated a header for something for a month somewhere, sometime, the colors for it. And so I just repeated the same thing because I liked that idea. And I also just couldn't be bothered to look for my day headers. I don't know if I have any left. I might have to reprint some, but that's a story for another day. So I'm just decorating with the last of the die cut roses that I painted and with some more of the decorative stickers from the sticker sheet. And then I'm tabbing it up and we're gonna go to a real-time flip through of the setup. And while we do that, I'm going to thank you all so much for watching, so much for joining, so much for subscribing. Now that the channel has hit 50 subscribers, I can do live streams, and I'm planning to do a live stream every 2 weeks, maybe, just so I can start creating art again and just have that stored on the channel, if that makes sense. Just to keep my process recorded for y'all to see. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye 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 bye.